So this is DAEAC E Tuning. And it's a superpower that countless math rock and Midwest emo bands have been using to craft some of the best beautiful noodly ideas. Put together a handy downloadable PDF with all of the chords and the exercise used in this video, which you can grab below. But first, let me quickly show you how to safely tune your guitar to this tuning. I just have a regular set of 10 through 46 on the guitar, and let's go through what we're going to do for each string. So for your E, you're going to tune this down to D, and that is the only string you are going to tune down. For your A, this is going to stay the same. Your D, you are going to tune up to E, so you're going to go up a whole step. So as long as you've put your string on properly, you shouldn't have any problems here. So we've got D, A, E. Now we've got our G, it's going to go up to A again, so up a whole step. Now your B, again it's going to go up another whole step here. And then your E, it's just going to stay the same. Now you've done some kind of radical tuning changes. What I suggest is give the strings a bit of a stretch just to get them used to where they are now. And I just like to pull down on each fret like so. And this was going to be very floppy, so you want to make sure you have a good stretch on that one. And then just retune one more time. And now you have a lovely, beautiful tuning. Right, so now you've got your guitar in tune, let's get onto some chords, and I want to show you some perfect movable shapes for that math rock and Midwest emo kind of vibe. So I wanted an easy way to get someone into playing chords in this beautiful tuning. So the following chords are simple 2-finger movable wide interval kind of power chord shapes with lots of lovely open strings in between. Meaning you get the feeling of a particular chord in a key, but they lean into the sound of the tuning itself by including lots of the open strings. Keep in mind that any chord that I show you here aren't technically the correct names. It's more that I just want you to think of the terms that where the placement is within a key, and that's for you to get creative with. And all of the chord shapes I'm about to show you, you can find in my Math Rock Essentials Guide in my section dedicated to helping you learn commonly used alternate tunings in math rock and Midwest emo. And you can find a link below if you want to grab yourself a copy. Thanks. So I'm going to show you with using lots of open strings here, but keep in mind you can pick and choose and you can remove open strings to get different kind of vibes and different kinds of feelings. So starting with our 6th-string root up here, if we strum it all open, we get this kind of pseudo D chord, let's say. And then we're going to simply put our fingers here, and then we're going to have an E power chord with open strings, then F sharp minor, then G sharp diminished, and then our tonic here, A. Now we'll carry on. So again, just really easy movable shapes here. B, B minor, say a B power chord, C minor power chord, if that makes sense, and a D, going up to the 12th fret. So from your A string root, we're going to obviously start with A, and this time we've got this shape. Very royal, very grand sounding chord. I love that. 2nd fret, so we've got our B. Now 4th fret, C sharp minor, then D, E, F sharp, G sharp, then A, an octave higher. And lastly, for your E string root here, we're going to start with E open, the F sharp minor, G sharp diminished kind of sound, A, your tonic, D minor, C sharp minor, D, and then back to E. And I love these shapes because they've got lots of potential to move the higher note as you play them. And you hear Dylan Mathiasen of Tiny Moving Parts do this kind of thing all the time. Now let me show you an easy exercise that will help you make a mental map of the fretboard in DAEAC E, and this will help you instantly start coming up with ideas, and all you need to do is learn one scale. So let me ask you this, what do all of these lovely DAEAC E ideas have in common? While they're all different takes on writing ideas in this beautiful tuning, they have one thing in common. They are all using notes from the A major scale to write ideas. So this means all we need to do is learn the placement of the A major scale across the fretboard here in this tuning to get started writing those beautiful noodly ideas. And I have a perfect exercise that makes this task feel effortless that I call noodle clusters. It works like this. So using this tool here, Fretboard Navigator, and I highly recommend you check this out if you're using alternate tunings, I can map out A major across the fretboard in this tuning. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to my memory where all of these little clusters are for potential noodles. And this is really going to help you when it comes to writing ideas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a triplet hammer-on fashion of open on the first string here. Then I'm going to hammer on to the next available note, in this case E, and then after that F sharp, like so. And I'm not going to go up the string here. Instead, I'm going to go across and I'm going to hit the next string and do the same cluster with the same 3-note pattern, like so. And then next string, then the next string, and then the next string. And I would like you to use a metronome for this exercise, of course, so you're playing in time, but I'm just demonstrating here. And then that's just going to help you start committing to memory where all of these potential little noodle clusters are. Then what we're going to do is slide up to the next part and we're going to do the same thing again. So the next 3 set of notes, so open and then hammer on and then to the next note. And then we're going to move on to the next set of notes, and I've put this below. And again, this is all available to you on that download. So then we'll go to the next set of clusters. Relatively simple. The next one gets a bit tricky with the fingering there. And then our last one. And I find just after a few sessions of doing this, you start to build up this mental map of where these little clusters are, where things are potentially that you can use to play when you're writing ideas. Like I've shown you in that example earlier. So now you can start combining that with your chords. And you start to find these little pockets that you can noodle around with. Alright, so now you got a better idea of how to get started in this tuning. I recommend watching this video next here where I talk about Dylan Mathiasen, and he's perfect to learn more about the details and the nitty-gritty of how to write in this beautiful tuning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.